What's up, universe? It's your boy Skirt Skirt back at you with another one, and today I'm talking to you about my pro setup, tune, and tips for Supercross specifically. Now, there's a big difference between outdoors and indoors. We all know that. And your boy loves Supercross. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the things that I've learned over time as I've been getting better at the game to really propel me into that super mother tuck fronter status that I've created for myself, because it's been a long journey, a long road, and I'm learning things every single day. And the crazy thing is, I play this game for like almost 2,000 hours and I'm still not the best. I try to be the best, but I keep finding things that people are hiding from me. So as I find them, I collect them, I put them in my fanny pack, and then when it's time to make a video, I pull them out like my cock. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you everything that I know so far to make you absolutely based at Supercross. And I promise you, if you're a intermediate rider, if you go into pub lobbies and you win, once out of every 3 to 4 times, this is going to be something that will propel you to winning, I don't know, maybe all the times, dare I say. And if you're a pro rider and you just don't know about a couple things, this might help you too, guys. So bear with me. It's going to be kind of a longer video, but I'm going to go ahead and dive into a lot of things that for Supercross only, especially on just the 25 Supercross tracks, makes sense and will help you. So stay tuned and we will start right about now. Alright guys, the first place I want to start is the game setup. Now, for Supercross specifically, there's a couple things that you really need to make sure that you have going for you. Now, so, all this stuff, you can just do whatever you want, if I'm being honest. You can see what I run right now, but the things that I need to absolutely make sure that you guys understand is that these three, at 100%, I got that from my boy Zan, he told me, these three at 100% need to happen. That's the best place. I ran them at 80, 0, 10, all of it. 100 is the best. And then secondly, another main one is wheelie assist. I rode my whole first season with wheelie assist enabled because I thought it was cool. Because, sticks back. Oh my god, I can't even wheelie. It's fine. I can just go wide open. When you do wheelie assist disabled, a huge thing happens. It's almost like it opens up an extra 5 horsepower. The bike actually eats, and yes, you have to be a little bit more precise with how you play, but it is so worth it, and it allows you to do other secrets that I'm about to share with you as well. So those are the two ones out of this whole screen that really matter. All this shit, you just do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter to me that much. It just is what it is from what I've collected. But yes, 100%, 100%, 100%, and wheelie assist needs to be disabled. Like a wheelchair. Okay, we're going to move on to a bike setup. All right, now what we're going to do specifically in here is discuss what never changes and then what I've learned is the best for Supercross. So right here, if we click into our engine level, it's going to always be on acceleration, never change it. Clutch is always on, -3, never change it. Chassis always on the squiggly DNA in the far right, +3, never change it. Suspension, now this one people tend to mess with a little bit, but just like in real life, if you want to be super fast at the game, okay, and ride the track super fast, you need stiff suspension just like real life. The +3 has the maximum holdup, and it gives you a good feel when it goes over the chatter bumps, albeit you have to be lined up right to handle it, but then it gives you the maximum popping control. I'm telling you right now, +3 is the way to go. Don't change that for Supercross. Now, the things that you might change, here we go. This is what I've been running lately. Tires. I've been running Slip 1 lately. Now, for all intents and purposes, Slip 1 is new to me, and I found out that it was actually based really good. Before that, I ran, Grip 1. So, +1, -1. Now, here's the thing. I've ran every single tire. The +1 is great. You can be extremely fast, have traction. The thing about Slip 1 is that it allows your bike to move a little bit, get a little wild. You'll see it later when we ride. And either of these, I would say, as a preference, you can use either one for Supercross, and they both work great. I'm going to be real. They both work great. So I'm using Slip 1 for now, and, that's what I'm going to go with. And I was on Grip 1 for forever, so you can go with either. But for Supercross, those are your two options. All right, guys, now for our starts. When you're in Supercross, okay, you want to start I'm gonna be real with you, as inside as possible, because the guy on the inside gets to cuck. So that's the position you want to start in. I see some guys going over here and want to be next to the box. There's a straight line. Yes, there is. But the thing about this game is that in 2025 Supercross, these starts get absolutely wild at the first turn, especially when you're playing with real people. We're not lined up with real people right now. So you want to start as close to the inside as possible when you're racing Supercross, as to not get cucked by the dude from the inside, because they will push you wide. And I'm telling you right now, if you start from here, you will get a better start even if you get a shit jump, no matter what. Now, there's two ways to go ahead and execute the start, and I already did the one that I was using in my old video, the left stick down, right stick up, right? Well, there's another way. You can just do both sticks up off the start as well. So we'll pick one that we're going to go with. I say... I'm gonna do my start. I'm gonna do my left stick down, right stick up. Let's see if I can pull a wholly, and then we'll do the other one as a comparison, just to show. Left stick down, right stick up. I'm not gonna hold in the clutch. I'm gonna wait till the gate drops, and then I'm just going to basically tap clutch and the throttle at the same time and start shifting. That's what that looks like, and I was on the inside, so guess what? No one could clean me out. Awesome. Bow six forward, same thing. I'm going to basically time it right, hit the throttle and the clutch at the same time once the gate drops, and start shifting. Both worked out, and I've ripped holies on both of them. So I think it's safe to say both of those work. Either way you go, you want to start from the inside, closest gate that you can grab. Okay, I know sometimes you can't select first, you know, so you're gonna have to make do. But if you go the closest to the inside, it's the less amount of people that can cuck you, and that's what works best in Supercross. All right, guys. So ruts are insane on the 25 SX tracks. I'm not even gonna lie; they are way worse than the 2024 tracks, and the reason is the devs fucking had an absolute ball, I think, creating these things, because they are a lot deeper, longer, and kind of everywhere, and they still do get beat up as the track, you know, gets more ridden on and things like that. So what I will say is this: for corners with ruts, it's always been this, but more so now than ever. In corners, you want to roll into them, kind of like in real life, right? And then at the apex, you want to accelerate out. You want to go as fast as you can into a turn, if you knew as a rut, okay? You want to use your brake, and when I say your brake, I mean your L2. You want to grab that full brake, not a lot. You just want to feather that baby, okay? Don't overshoot like I did, and then rock into it, and hopefully you don't do that, because that's what's crazy about this this new iteration. I love the tracks and I love the ruts. I love it. But on corners, it's tough because you have to basically line it up. This is one of my favorite examples of a really deep rut right before a turn that you have to make sure you're getting good. Like, that is cherry right there, but also extremely difficult, and it only gets worse as the race goes on. Now, with the ruts on straights and in whoops and on jump faces, I'll be honest, they don't really affect you too much if you have enough speed and momentum and your sticks are back. Now, on a couple tracks, this one's Seattle, and then also like Indy gets really, really bad. There's a couple tracks that I will tell you this: the ruts get insane and they actually like move you, you know, around. However, if you have your sticks back, if you are clutching and you are praying, I'm just kidding. If you're clutching sticks back and you you know, make sure that you line yourself up straight and you're not getting kind of squirrely, it's easier to just navigate those ones, as I just totally get crossroad, almost die. However, yeah, the thing about ruts specifically for turns is just roll into them nicely and then power out. As you can see, my see if I can make this one. Oh no, the throttle gets turned off as I'm going in there. So just remember that, because all these tracks get super rutted, and rolling into the turn, accelerating out, and then just being sticks back and having enough speed to handle the ruts that are in whoops and in straightaways. That's what you gotta do about these ruts. Bros, remember when I said turn off the wheelie assist in the game setup? Now, the next piece of the puzzle we'll be adding is the wheeling over lips to maximize distance. Now, when your wheelie assist is on, you cannot do this. So you have less power and you can't wheelie, but you need this technique to get over certain obstacles. Right now, we're in Glendale, and everyone knows that Glendale has an asshole finish line that you really have to freaking send to get a ridiculous line made, and it comes from wheeling over a single. It's like a spine. It's like a straight up wall. And then just praying. So I'm going to show you with the wheelie assist off what wheeling over a lip, dropping it down over the top looks like to maximize distance. So let's see if we can go ahead and get this, okay? Because it's not the easiest of jumps. Here we go, wheelie, and I absolutely fucked up. Get the wheelie up. Here we go. This one feels better. One more time. Third time's a charm. Come on. Come on. Wheelie it up. Oh, did we get it? Oh, fucking die. No, we did not get it. Going for all the beans. Hiya! Okay, we clipped it, but we can do better. I know we can. Wheelie. Clutch at the end. Reload. Holy mama cheezels. Look at that. We did it. Let's do one more for good measure. Wheelie. Clutch. Clutch again. And we made it. Let's see if we can go for the big one. And absolutely went insane on that. So that's what it looks like to wheelie over a lip, to be able to project yourself way farther than you literally could. I'll show you again on a different section of the same track how that technique can be super beneficial when trying to hit big lines and trying to do shit that soy boys can't do. Pop the wheelie. There we go. That's more like it. Oh my... Freaking Bubba Stewart out there. It's doable, I swear. See, that technique is impossible without the wheelie, but also no one thinks about it until someone teaches them. And that's crazy. So yeah, guys, so remember, wheelie assist off so that you can go ahead and wheelie over certain lips, not all of them, but certain ones, so that you guys can maximize your shopping power, maximize the distance, because that's exactly what we're trying to do. Let me see if I can go one more time. One more time. Huh, get it wheelie. Huh, huh. It counts, dude. It absolutely counts. Alright guys, so far I've been giving you nothing but pro shit. Now, a big deal in this game is whoop sections. Now, whoop sections are just like women. They come in all shapes, colors, and sizes, okay? Some whoops are good to blitz, while others are good to jump. So what we're going to do is I'm kind of going to discuss the technique of how you're supposed to blitz whoops and how you're supposed to jump whoops. Now, this whoop section specifically is kind of like one of those jumpers, because you can just kind of get it, and then when you hit it, you can get probably more than 3/4, and that's usually a good whoop section to jump in. Now, other whoop sections are, what's it called? More like skimmers. They call them skimmers. And those whoop sections, there is a technique for them. When you get to skimmers, I like to drop my right stick down and kind of, kind of play with my left stick. Hopefully my mom's not listening. No, play with my left stick to keep the balance up. Just one of those things. I'm going to go to a track. I'm going to go to Anaheim. Has a really good whoop section to whoop section, and they can actually show you both kind of types. So we'll go there now, so you can kind of see the differences with whoops and what it takes to do both, jump and then skim. Alright guys, so we're here at A2. Now I'm going to show you this whoop section. It's a back-to-back whoop section. It's absolutely banging because the first whoop section is a little bit closer together. What I do is I click up to third. I hit the clutch right before I go in. Had a little bit of a bad run out there. This one, I'll let it kind of pop off that first one, and then I'll kind of pop out. Okay? Because these whoop sections, since they're distanced slightly different, what you have to kind of do is have to see how to do it correctly in each situation. And like I said, oh, I missed that one. No, with the right stick back, that's kind of, it's kind of like it settles the bike for skim. And then I'll just feather the clutch. And honestly, on that one, I don't even use the left stick. I keep missing that one. Why are you such a dumbass, idiot? Okay, let's try to get this one more time. And I absolutely fucked that up. So we're gonna hopefully stay on the track. I'll hit this one. and try to get that pop. So these are things that with whoop sections, I'll tell you right now, being in third gear is super helpful when you have the speed. Sometimes I'll downshift for the turn, but then I'll get back into third. And if the whoops are, if the whoops are huge, I'll go ahead and I will start jumping them. And that's kind of the thing about the whoops. So you want to make sure you maintain the speed coming through. You want to use your clutch throughout, and you want to make sure that if they're big enough to hop and you have that speed to clear them all, you want to go ahead and do that. But I'll say that most people will probably opt to skim whoops, but you can hop or skim. It just depends on the situation and what's faster. You can check your own lap times to tell you that. But yeah, so that's how I take whoops. Absolutely amazing, and we're going to move on to our next segment. All right, guys. In Supercross, there are 3 ways to whip. We have a whip, we have a scrub, and then we have a whip glitch or scrub glitch, whatever the hell you want to call it. Now, perfecting I'll call it a scrub glitch because I like how it doesn't roll off my tongue. That's a difficult one to do, okay? It's a way to basically go off the jump with lots of speed, and then it literally keeps you lower. It kind of like pulls you in, like all of a sudden gravity doesn't matter, okay? Now, we're going to be doing it here so you guys can see it. How you do it is you hit both sticks pretty much like left to diagonal left, and you will see the bike do something like this, and it'll go ahead and drop down. And it's not the traditional whip or the traditional scrub, okay, because those things look a little different. We'll give you a couple examples of that too, just because we're going. I'm going to do absolutely nothing right there. I'll just do a regular whip, right? Oh, yay, whip, brought it back, cool. And then I'll go ahead and I'll do a scrub glitch. If I can ever maintain speed to do so. I'll do a little scrub right here. Watch, ready? Little scrub, boom, scrub glitch. See how it drops me down? That's the effect you're looking for, and you want to go ahead and time that so that, you know, the jumps that you're doing it on, you cut all the air time out so that you can get down to the ground fast, and then it creates a little speed boost for you. So see how it brought me down like that? It looks very weird. People are going to be like, oh, that's wonky. So you want to just make sure that you throw that down to the left, both sticks, and you have to kind of play with it to get comfortable, because I honestly haven't mastered it. There was a little one right there, and then I missed it right there because both sticks are going the same direction to the left, left and down diagonal, so it's like diagonal left, but there is a finesse to it and a timing thing to it, so you have to practice it, and I missed it both times there. But that is one of the OG absolutely crazy moves that all the fastest guys use to cut down on times. It just, you know, think of it as like Bubba Scrubs back in the day. So whips and scrub glitches, that is the way. So yeah, guys, that's how you do the scrub glitch and the whips and scrubs. They're detrimental to Supercross because they're used to set yourself up for turns and corners, and they're used to minimize time in the air that you don't want to have. Moving on. Alright guys, so this next segment is something that I think every rider goes through, knowing, or trying to figure out rather, whether to go big or whether to check up on a jump to set up for the rhythm or to clear the rhythm and finish it out. So in Supercross, in the Supercross tracks, the 25 edition, there's a lot of variation, let's say, to all of these hoopty-doopty, humpity-bumpties. And you can do many things, okay? But knowing how and when and why to either switch up lines, to go ahead and do something different for speed is kind of paramount because you kind of have to get creative. So here's a good rule of thumb. If there's a rhythm section right in front of you, and you're gonna land, and when you land, the bump in front of you, okay, is huge, you might either want to check up and miss that one, or you might want to jump past it so you get to launch off of the lowered lip so that you maintain speed and stay lower. That's like a rule of thumb. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ride this track for just a second, and go through, hopefully better than that, just go through, some options and some things on this track. This is Birmingham, I believe, and has a lot of good options and flow, and we're going to see if we can just do some justice to it, so you guys kind of see what that looks like, just taking different rhythms and lines and stuff. All right, there were 2 laps. You can do even more. There's even bigger lines I wasn't able to hit, but that's what I'm saying. Knowing the difference, knowing what lines are better, how the track breaks down, and being able to kind of think about that on the fly. That's something to think about, guys. All right, guys, and lastly, I just want to talk about a couple things. So I get questions all the time about first person, third person. So I race third person, and in Supercross, third person is definitely the way you want to go. And the reason I say that is because I love the first person camera. It's really good. It makes the track look dope. I look effing sick right now. That looks actually scary. But what I will say is this: you can't really get a field of view that's very good for like what obstacles coming next. And so here's what I'm saying. The only reason I'm even good at first person is because I have ridden third person quite a bit. So I'm riding right now in muscle memory mode, and I'm not really concerned with kind of, what's coming next. A, I have memorized most of these tracks, and B, even if I haven't memorized the tracks, I know where my bike's at all times because I know the movements of the buttons and everything. So there's a lot of people who love first person, and I feel you. Like, it's super dope. However, the truth is, it's kind of hard to judge distance, understand, the speed you're going, if you're running into something too fast. So if you're a first person rider and you want to be the best at Supercross, I would say that taking some time and getting to know that third person will be super beneficial, even though first person looks absolutely amazing on this game. Okay, that's just my stance. So I feel like the fastest Supercross racers are in third person. There are a few, hit me up in the comments, there are a few really, really good first person racers, and I'm taking nothing away from that. Like, I can get pretty decent lap times as well in first person, no problem, and it's super dope. It's just that I think third person is a little bit quicker, and if you want to learn how to be the best in first person, I feel like knowing third person helps with that, just because you know where your bike's going to land. I just screwed this whole thing up. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about is taking people out, because in previous ATV MX games, okay, they it was pretty simple. You just T-boned somebody and they crashed. In Supercross 25, you T-bone somebody and, you know, you barely touch them and they fall. Here, it's kind of weird. Here, you can T-bone somebody straight up, you might fall. You might T-bone somebody straight up, you hear the whole animation of, like, the thunk, and then nothing happens. So, what I've seen and what I've learned is if you really wanted to take somebody out, you actually have to go for their front tire, but you almost have to do it like kind of like a NASCAR draft, where like you go for their front tire, but you're ahead of them by like maybe half a bike length. And you don't really hit their front tire, you hit that area of space in front of their front tire, and then that's enough to do them in. Like that's just how the game's physics are when you want to take out somebody. And then I've also had where I've been in front of someone and then they came up behind me and I slammed on my brakes to thinking that, you know, they're gonna crash when they hit me, and well, like at high speeds. And if I'm on the brakes and they're on the gas at the same time, usually I'm the one who eats shit. So the guy who gets hit in that situation is the one that pays the price a little bit. So those are just the last things that I can kind of think of and come up with. This was actually a super dope video for me to make because, you know, it's basically just stuff that I've learned and found over time that works for Supercross, and I love Supercross, and I don't know what the future of this game holds. I hope it's, you know, a new game, but if not, I hope that the you know, the devs go ahead and keep on keeping on with the updates and then bring us new content. I still want my fucking Ducati. Where's my Ducati? I don't know where my Ducati is, but hopefully they'll bring one to me. And yeah, looking forward to it. So you guys were absolutely amazing. I really do appreciate you guys coming through. Yeah, if you have any more questions on other things, please feel free to ask. You guys always do, and you're great. Leave a like if you can. As recently as very recent, we've begun to stream more often, and we just hit 500 subscribers, so our next goal is 1,000. So you guys have been awesome, and let me know what video do you want to see next. We do, you know, lives. Oh shit, we do lives quite often, and we can have different guests on the lives. We can have topics to them. Any video ideas, you know, what you want to see. We're busy on shorts, putting them out there. Do you want to see me on TikTok? I have like almost 100 viewers, or 100 homies on TikTok, yet I only have 3 videos, and that's kind of weird, but it just developed itself. So what do you guys want to see? Let me know. I appreciate every single one of you. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you in the pubs. Skirt, skirt! Ow! Suck my goal!